ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the CD Racoola show. For today's show, we'll be dipping back to the 1996 film to review From Dusk Till Dawn. This film was so cool because basically a couple of bank robbers, their brothers, played by Quentin Tarantino and George Clooney, take a small family of brother, sister, and father hostage and have them drive through the border on down into Mexico when they stop at a local bar/truck stop called the Titty Twister. And that's where the story takes on a different tone, that they learn that there is it's nothing but a trap to lure the unsuspecting travelers into the bar so that vampires can feed upon them. A pretty cool idea, if you ask me. One of the reasons I really liked this film was the fact that it was kind of almost a surprise horror film. It starts off like any action film, cops and robbers and hostages and the whole bit. Not that exciting really, but then all of a sudden they're just wall-to-wall vampires, and it's a vampire film. It definitely has a little bit of an air of a comedy and cheesiness that to me make it good as well. Not every horror film has to be 100% serious all the time to make it an instant classic, you know. This film was directed by Robert Rodriguez, who was apparently pretty big buddies with Quentin Tarantino. Robert has been a part of some pretty big things, but here are some of my highlights from his career. Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, The Faculty, and Planet Terror. I have to do a review of The Faculty. May try to get on that this month for sure. He also directed the Mexico trilogy, El Mariachi, Desperado, and Once Upon a Time in Mexico, so he is talented to be sure, and it certainly shows in this film From Dusk Till Dawn. This film has a sequel called From Dusk Till Dawn 2, Texas Blood Money, sounds cool, as well as a television adaptation, but neither were that great and failed to live up to the success of this first Dusk Till Dawn film, at least in my yellow, all-seeing eyes. The cast of this film was a tasty little treat for the senses, with Quentin Tarantino and George Clooney playing the bad boy brothers. I'm not going to even attempt to delve into the illustrious careers of Clooney and Tarantino. I just don't have the time. And if you don't know who they are by now, then you've been living under a rock. Heck, not even under a rock, because I personally know a few evil creatures that live under rocks, and even they know who those two movie stars are. The cast also featured Salma Hayek, also uber famous, who had a legendary and sultry dance scene, kind of reminds me of my dances, followed by her little transformation, shall we say? The film also featured Danny Trejo, and if you know me, then you know old CD loves him some Danny Trejo. Juliette Lewis plays the good girl in this film. She's also in the uber-famous category, at least to me, and has been in scores of great films. I forgot Juliette Lewis was in the film Ma. I really like that movie and need to make a note to myself. I'll go ahead and do that right now if you don't mind. Note to self, need to review Ma. Also, note to self, macaroni and blood sandwiches have gone bad in the fridge. Please throw in the trash as soon as possible. Okay, back to the show here. Tom Savini also in this film, and plays a character known as Sex Machine. That is a name as a horror fan you really need to know. Not Sex Machine, but Tom Savini. He has done special effects and makeup for the following films, and listen to this list because it's impressive to say the least. Martin, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Creepshow, Monkey Shines, two of the Friday 13th movies, Maniac, The Burning, The Prowler, and The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Holy bloody monkey poops, what a body of work he has. He's done a number of other horror works, both as actor and director as well. He directed a horror remake of The Night of the Living Dead. That would be the 1990 version, by the way. So he's definitely a guy you need to know. Though he plays only a small part in this film, he's still pretty funny and an interesting character. Another character in this film that is more than worth mentioning is the one and only Cheech Marin, whom played three very different characters in this film. The film also featured former NFL player turned actor Fred Williamson. Fred was absolutely awesome in this film. Lots of great names, that's for sure. I just love the way that this film came together and how it was just kind of, all over the place, but in a good way. The vampires to me looked really cool, and I like the way they gave us a lot of different looks to them. Definitely gave each vampire type, their own personality. Heck, Tom Savini's character got his head torn off, and then he turned into a rat. That was pretty unexpected, that's for sure. One of my favorite scenes of the whole movie is when they come out to the back room and they're ready for the final battle with all the vampires, and there are just hundreds of hideously bloodthirsty vamps just standing out there waiting on them. Those vampires looked a lot more bat-like to me. It's a pretty fun movie, to say the least, and definitely entertaining. But the biggest factor to me was that it was a surprise horror film, as I said before. I just didn't see it coming, and it was a pleasantly ghastly surprise. Before I begin closing up shop here for this episode of the CD Racoola Show, I would urge you to make sure you watch this film all the way till the end. Pretty sweet ending. I would like to thank you for joining me here on the CD Racoola Show, and if you would please hit the like, share, and subscribe button, it would sure help old CD, because I'm a working vampire. Not only do I have to drain people dry, but I'm working from dusk till dawn for you guys, putting out horror reviews. Please join me next episode when I review the film Spiral from the Book of Saw. Oh boy, Chris Rock's in that. I wonder if he gets slapped upside the head in that film. Till next time, my dears, fear is a four-letter word, and scare is a six-letter word, and I don't really know where I was going with all that, but at least I can count. And you can count on seeing me in your nightmares tonight. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.